Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Carolina Rock Cuddle and welcome back to the new year. Today we are working on a 420, but this 420 has some special ties to the channel. I mean, you guys, it's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and unload this and get it in shot because I don't know if y'all can tell, but the wind is blowing $190. You probably can because it's probably windy as heck in this video. So let me unload this. I kind of need to blow it off for us because it looks like it's been sitting in a nice rat's nest. So we'll probably go ahead and blow it off for us and then we'll pull it in the shop. So my string of bad luck just continues. So the heater is not working. I'm like, oh, it's a little chilly in here. So I walk outside, the air compressor isn't working. So it's like, dang it. So we are gonna have to do this with the grass on the bottom. I'll probably just drop the belly pan and hopefully that will get all of it out. If not, I don't feel like washing it, guys. I don't want it to be wet. I'm trying to get this done today. So for us, let's go ahead and take the air box off. I got gloves on because this thing is nasty. Yeah, there's the air filter. As you can see, it's not good. Anyways, keys on, neutral. Okay, so we have the spark of a lifetime here. Like this thing got some spark, so it ain't spark. But the problem is we don't have a lot of compression. That's what I noticed. Like it doesn't seem like it has a lot. So we're gonna start off simple. We're gonna go ahead and take the gas tank and all off. I've already took the little shroud off because we're gonna go ahead and check the valves for us because it feels weird. It could be. I'm gonna take the valves off and then check and see the timing. And well, you gotta check timing at the bottom, which is why I hate it because you gotta take the front diff apart to check it because Honda, good job Honda, you are genius. So we're gonna check the valves for us because I don't feel like having to take the front end off yet because it probably isn't, guys. I don't think that's the issue, but if that is, simple, easy. But we spray ether in it and it don't even try to start, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and take the gas tank off, take all this off the top, and maybe we'll get lucky, maybe. So we got everything off, been taking a while. And I noticed something I've never noticed. So the fan is just running nonstop. Probably one of the wires unhooked, but watch this. So that works. That one ain't moving at all, guys. That is interesting. We'll go ahead and take the head off and check it because if it's the timing, they should both move, just not move right. But that front one ain't moving. I'm almost sure that the Rancher has a push rod, just like a old Rancher 350s and the Foreman. So if it does have push rods, did the guy not put the push rod in? Maybe he forgot the little cap at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and take this head off and see what we can find. So we got it back on and I noticed it now. So you see this one? Good. This one is not moving good, but if you look at that valve, it's not touching. It's not even close. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that valve is bent. Oh, sorry. There you go. That valve is really bent. So it's supposed to go right in the middle. Yeah, that valve is bent all the way over. So now it's time to go online. Find out, is it cheaper to buy a valve or cheaper to buy a head? Some of these four-wheelers, you can actually get a head cheaper than you get the valves. But again, it just all depends. We'll see what happens. So just to show you what I'm talking about, if you look right there, you can kind of see the gap, how close it is, all there. Now come on this side. That one's all but touch it, and it is bent. I don't know, in the naked eye, you can really see it, but it's bent really bad. I don't know what the guy did to it, but anyways, the guy who rebuilt this, I don't know if he screwed up, but it could have already had a bent valve. I'm not going to blame the guy who rebuilt it. He rebuilt it for the guy, and he said, hey, it ain't running. You want me to keep going? The guy's like, look, that's all the money I had. He just wanted to put a top in and hope it ran, and it didn't run. So we are at square one, people. We need a new head or new valves. We'll see what the valves are. It might, again, it's sometimes cheaper just to get a new head. Plus, these old heads, you know, they'll get cracks in them, and it was in really bad shape. Those are the reason why this was called Smoky. Anyways, guys, I think that's where we're going to stop until we can get the actual head. Anyways, guys, I will catch y'all when we get it. Welcome back, guys. We got the parts, and we're hoping to rebuild this thing today. So, I've already been taking this off this morning because it snowed, but not really. It kind of sleeted. I wish we had snow. That'd make for a great video. And this thing's been running the last 15, 20 minutes, so I've been working on this since then. And it's going pretty well. I got the exhaust off. I got the, whatchamacallit, I don't know what you would say. I call them the radiator hoses, but I don't know what the heck this thing is. Got them off. Got the bolts for the engine mount off. I mean, got all this loosed up. So all we really got to do now, it will probably take the engine mount completely out. And then there's 1, 2, 3 bolts, 4, and 5 bolts. There's 2, 4 and 5 bolts, and that should be, well, we'll probably have to slide the intake back. I just thought about that. Because like, wait, ain't no way, this has to come all the way up because these are bolts, these are nuts, not bolts. So that means these are gonna come up and the bolts are still gonna be in the bottom jug. So we're probably gonna have to take this loose and slide it back. It ain't nothing, I mean, it ain't but a couple bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead, set the GoPro up on some time lapse, and we are just gonna take this apart. Then I'll get y'all back as soon as we get to the valves, or if I see something that I'm like, hey, y'all need to see this. But hopefully we can have this thing running. The fuel lines are a little bad. I'm hoping I can maybe cut them a little bit shorter and make them more, because they have those little bends and angles, and I'm like, I can't build one like that. And I was having trouble finding one on Parzilla. Maybe I'll have to call Honda and get one. Let's hope not, because you know how expensive they are. Anyway, to a time lapse, people. Sorry about the noise, the heater's running really loud, but I just need to make sure y'all know this. So you see this, those washers on these 2 bolts, make sure they don't fall in there. You can fish them out. There should be a cup in there from keeping it going all the way down. And then these 2 have washers, but they don't really matter. Just make sure you don't drop the washers on in there. Just saying, I mean, here's the washers. Other than that, this bolt too, when you pull that out, don't drop it in there. I made sure to be very gentle when pulling them out, because the last thing you want to do is drop them in the motor. Because then you got to fish them out. And if you can't find them, then you got to take the whole bottom end off. And we got the head off. All you do is grab it on both sides and just wiggle it until it comes off. I didn't even have to take the engine mount completely off. It kind of went right by it. And let's see, it's this one that's bent, and you can clearly see. You see how it's not even all the way down? Yeah, that thing is bad. And this is a good thing too right here. If you look, a little bit of oil in there, clean that out. But that's also good because that means it probably lubed up the rings for me. And hopefully this thing ain't not stuck, but hopefully this thing isn't smoking, because you gotta think he rebuilt it, then it's sat, and those rings can tighten up and won't move. So let's go over here and get these valves out. So if y'all know me, you know I don't like to talk bad about people, but sometimes you just gotta be like, what were they thinking? Now look at this valve. This is the one that's bent right here. Tell me that looks healthy. Tell me that you don't notice there's a chunk taken out of it. Did the guy even clean it up? Like, that's bad. Like, I can clearly see there's a chunk taken out over there. Some people, I swear. Like, I'm not talking bad about nobody. I'm sorry. The guy who rebuilt this is watching, but what the hell, dude? Like, come on. I immediately noticed that. And again, I'm just a guy in a shop working on stuff. Yeah, if anybody asks me to take, I don't know if the guy still does. I don't even know if he's around anymore. So this is my new Amazon tool. I got it from Amazon, as stated. And we're going to see how this works. I am new to this. I've never done this, but I think I can figure it out. So I got the GoPro going, and we're going to play with this thing and see if we can actually figure out how to take this valve out by ourselves without any help. So that's how it goes. So I thought this little piece goes like around that, but it actually goes the opposite way. It pushes. Okay. Do you want that one? I don't know if it's supposed to go on the inside or the outside. This is why I probably should have watched a video on it. There we go. That's so much easier. And I'll lose it. Why not? Say that hard. I don't think. Might need the other one. You think they would have this thing where it goes in one side and won't fall back out, but this thing literally just falls out. Hopefully the GoPro is working like I want it to. If not, I'll just delete it and I'll just have to. So this tool, look, it took me a little while to get the hang of what this thing was doing. So I got it pushing against the bottom of the valve, and I got it, then it pushes in here, and those 2 little locks. It's beveled. The bevel end goes down. They're very tiny. You can kind of see the beveled end going down, and then the thing goes on top. And once you do that, all you got to do is release it, and it'll actually come right out. But I'm going to do this with both hands, because if not, this thing wants to slide. So We don't want that to happen. I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to see that one is bent super bad. Like, oh my gosh, it's bent. There's the new one, and there's the bent one. Look how bad that is. No wonder this thing wouldn't run. Oh man, people are stupid. I don't like that. Straight up tells me the guy didn't adjust the valves or anything. He just literally threw the top in, thought that was good enough. Oh, that pisses. I guess it pisses me off, but I mean, what can you do, people? Just watch who you take this stuff to, because I'm quick to tell somebody like, look, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I know somebody who does. I can send it to them. If I don't know what I'm doing, I'll at least be like, look, I mean, like I've already told myself, I'm not doing another bottom end to a Honda, because I did one. And that was a pain, and it took me forever to get it running right. I mean, I'm not doing another bottom end on the Honda unless somebody really wants to pay me a lot, because that was just terrible. Like, Honda has way too many washers, and we're not going to talk. Anyways, so I'm going to clean this up, and we have one little issue. If you look up here, this is what I need. I have one. I don't know where it is. You literally take the suction cup piece, suction cup it here, put it back in. You have a little cut, I want to say oil, but grease, whatever. I think it's a little more of an oil. Put it right around the edge, and then you just, like you're trying to start a file, and it will clean that surface up, make it so it seals right. Well, I can't find mine. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to head down the road and get my buddy to see if he has his. And we'll see. I'll let you all back when I get back with it. Look at all that crud in there. Ugh. Dang. I think I'm going to clean this up before I go to my buddy's. That is, ew, that's nasty. We got to clean all that up. Ugh. And we're back. So I didn't record any of that. I probably should have, but I was just talking and having a good time. So we got the new valves in. Look, they look nice and shiny. We went in and changed both of them. The other one was fine, but we still changed it. I mean, the other one's still really bent, but this is the other one. It's perfectly fine. I mean, it looked really good, to be honest, but we already had all the stuff. Here's the old ones. As I was telling y'all, let's see if we can focus. There you go. You see that little lip up there goes to the top, and then it goes down into the piece. As you can see, that goes up, and then that bottom goes down. Oop. See that little, and that's what locks these in. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to clean this up, clean the surfaces so the gasket holds, and we're going to pop it in and pray to God she finally walks, because after 5 years she deserves to run again.
1 hour later.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got the head on. I am shaking right now. I'm hoping this fixes it. If it don't, man, that means we'll probably have to go in the bottom end. I don't want to do that. Okay, we don't have any radiator hoses hooked up, so hopefully don't pump too much antifreeze on the ground. We got everything together. Come on, baby. Yes, it works. And we got compression now, people. Now we just got to go ahead and adjust the valves, get everything put back together, get the new fuel pump, and maybe she will start. But at least the valves are working now, people. Y'all saw how bent it is. And of course, the heater has not been on the whole time I've been over there putting this together, not putting this together, trying to clean everything up. Now it comes on. So let me go ahead and get everything put back together. Okay, so the next step, guys, is you're going to take this little plug out. It's a 6mm right there. And where's my I lost that flashlight again. This flashlight and me are not having a good time. Okay, I got it. So you look in there. Let's see if I can maybe get it at an angle. It's hard to get an angle with a flashlight and a phone. But if you look in there, okay, I figured out how to get my flashlight on. You see that T? That T got marked up with this little line right there. You take this back cover off. I think it was 10mm for those 3 bolts, and a 17mm to turn it over, and then you line it up. There's a T and an F. Make sure you don't get on the F. You want the T. As you can see, that's a T. There's an F too. Once you get it there, you come around here, and all you do is you take and loosen this 10mm bolt, put a flathead screwdriver, and hang on. Okay, so the front is a 9, and the back is 6. So this is my little filler gauge. This is a 6. That's for the back. I just did the back. All you do is you loosen it up. You shove it underneath there between the valve and the little button here. I don't know what it's supposed to be called. Anyways, you put it under there and you tighten it, you loosen it or tighten it until it gets just like you want this to just barely be able to move. You don't want it to tighten down where it can't move, but you want it tight in there. Same with the front one, which is a 9. You do the same thing. You loosen the 10mm, then this. Now, when you're tightening it up, you're going to have to hold this with a flathead and then take the 10mm and tighten the bolt. If you don't, you're literally going to turn, this is going to turn to the flathead spot, and then you're back to square one. But anyways, valves are good. At least I mean, they seem good. I mean, I can't say they are good. They're still cheap Chinese valves, so we never know with stuff like that. Anyways, I'm going to slap this thing together, and we're going to see if we can get it started at least a little bit. I don't know if we're going to get to the fuel pump today. I'm running out of time quick, but at least we can have the top end on. Okay, we got everything kind of J-rigged up. We got the hoses back on. We don't have the exhaust because that's hardest to put on. So here's the moment of truth. Will she start? Hang on, let me get the GoPro. Okay, we swapped out the battery. The GoPro died. So, like you can see, I don't have the fuel tank because if something's wrong, I do not want to have to be sitting here like trying to take it all back off. So, here's the moment of truth. After this, if it runs, all we got to do is the fuel pump and we're good. So, oh, we got compression now, people. Lots of compression. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like she runs on ethyl. These fuel injected models, they don't really like to run on ethyl, but now we go ahead and put the fuel pump on, and we might be able to have this thing running today. Let's hope so, people. I'm excited now. So here's the old fuel pump. It was leaking out the top because the O-ring's gone, I guess. It actually broke off the nipple when I was trying to take it off, so here's the new one. All you really got to do is this one bolt, and then you pull it up after you got all the hoses and the cord broke off. And yeah, that's it. Now you got to take this little, whatever you want to call it, the bushing and put in there, and that's it. Put it back in. Well, we got the new fuel pump in. We got the gas tank in. It's the moment of truth, people. This is oh man, I'm scared. I'm hoping it runs. Okay, let's turn the key on. The new fuel pump does work. I don't see no leaks. So the fan running all the time is that wow. I need to check it. It keeps coming loose. Last time, fuel pump sounds nice and strong. Moment of truth, people. Will she start or is she going to blow up and we are all going to die right now together? Good luck, everybody but me.
Good luck, everybody else.
Come on, get some fuel, baby. Okay, fuel pump is leaking.
One eternity later.
Oh, there we go. After cranking oil about 1,000 times, she ran. So it looks like the injection hose there is leaking, which I kind of thought it might. Oh my gosh, I'm losing stuff. I thought it might because it was not in good shape. So the injector's getting a new hose, and of course it's gonna cut off it. But we got it running after so many years. Old Smokey is alive. Man, I couldn't figure out why this thing didn't want to run. Then I realized it's because this thing has to be up, not down. I wasn't getting any fuel. But as you can see, we got a leak. I got to get some new fuel hose and need to redo the valves because they're still ticking. But hey, she runs now. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to stop this video. I was really hoping to have it outside and drive around, but that injection line, we'll get to order it from Partzilla. And if you ever order from Partzilla, even if you do rush shipping, you might get it in your 3-4 days, or you might get it in a couple weeks. And if it comes from California, which a lot of stuff parts do, who knows when we get the injection line, but we got it running. That is my goal today. I am happy. This thing has been dead for years, people. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this helps some people. If you have any questions on how to do every little bit to it, let me know and I will help y'all, because I know I rush through things. It's not really I rush it. I just kind of like, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Because, you know, sometimes, like when you watch videos like, oh, that's how you do it. There's like, oh, wait, it's going to be 10 minutes till they get to the next part. No, you just go. And if I miss a part, I will jump back in there and I will put it in there. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video. It's been snowing, it's been raining, it's been cold. That's kind of why we ain't been mudding, but hopefully next week we'll be in the mud. That is my goal. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video and I will see y'all on the next one.